working on our inner self and some motivation that'll help us elevate, bro. Those are the things we have to look at is the inner them character defects, bro. That's man. I know it's for me. Probably I want to say around April. That's when it was really a challenge for me, man. I had to really look in that mirror, right? HP had to look in the mirror and look at the different things I was doing, man. Like I wasn't happy, man. I was not satisfied with where my life was. I wasn't satisfied where my life was going. I wanted something different out of life, man. I was tired. Like I said on one live, I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, man. I was tired of doing the same old thing and bumping my head into the wall every time, bro. It did no good. It did no good, man. You have to have a willingness. You have to have a willingness to change, bro. And look, let me tell you something. It is not easy. As God is my witness, bro. It is not easy to have to look at yourself and realize, hey, man, you've been you know what, your entire life. It's time to change, bro. But some people don't want to change, okay? Some people want to stay the same. Some people they content on settling, right? Settling, and look, there's something else I wrote down too. Never settle for anything that drains your energy. That's a relationship, a job, friendship, environments. You should not want to settle, bro. Me personally, I'm not doing it no more, bro. Like I always say, I'm sick and tired of being average, bro. I'm not going to keep on doing the same stuff over and over and over and over and over again, bro. Like, eventually, enough should be enough, bro. We should throw our hands up. Father God, take the wheel right now. I'm tired of this. Please come intervene into my life. Help me out, Holy Ghost. Help me out, Spirit. Whatever it might be, bro. But God is the answer for us to change, bro. You have got to get on your knees and look up to the heavens and say, God, please change my life now. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, now. You got to ask him, man, and cry out for his help, bro. That's the only way things are going to get done, man. But, like I said, bro, one thing about America, it's all about choices, bro. We have the choice to do whatever we want to. And if you're content on staying stuck in the same repeated cycle, staying stuck with the same type of job, staying stuck with the same, I'm on here right now to encourage y'all, man. Even on some of these jobs, bro, we should always want to push ourselves to do better, to get a better position, to get a better job so we can make more. And everything's not about money either, man. Really what I've learned, because I've been in situations before where it was all about money with me, right? That's all I wanted. Hey, how much money I can make, 50,000, 50,000, 70,000, whatever the amount is. And I wasn't happy, bro. I wasn't happy, man. I had a job making some real good money, and I was miserable at the job, bro. What the key is finding your purpose, okay? Finding your purpose and what your calling is from God. Everybody's different, okay? Some of us can speak well. Some of us are writers. Some of us are cookers. They cook and bake and stuff like that. Some of us are musicians. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is where you can represent God, that's what we should be doing, man. You know what I'm saying? When you find your purpose, it won't even feel like work. I'm telling you, bro. It'll be just like that. You know what I'm saying? It'll come second nature to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be willing to seek God for them answers. You can't find your purpose unless you go ask God about it, man. You got to seek God first to get to your purpose. It's not just sometimes it takes a little soul searching, bro. It takes some deep looking at yourself in the mirror, realizing, hey, man, I need to change this about myself. I need to change that about myself. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to tell you right now, a lot of times it's really uncomfortable, bro. It feels really, man, bro. Let me use myself as an example, okay? Okay, for a long time, I've had anxiety issues, man. I could not keep still. I would get all anxious and stuff like that before stuff even happened. I have a future trip a lot too. Like, I had to realize and ask God to take that away from me, man. Like, now I'm more calm. I'm a little bit more relaxed and stuff like that. But before I got clean in April 1st, man, everything was like this. You know what I'm saying? I still move kind of fast, but as far as like being anxious, and the Bible talks about that, we should not be anxious for anything, bro. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be anxious for anything at all, man. But look, I'm going to read this again for the people that missed it. Hold on. Let's send this live out to a few more people, y'all. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Okay. Let's get this out to a few more people. Who's this guy? Hey, buddy. Wait. Coach, I'm gonna make you my moderator. Let me see how to do this. Can I do that still? I think I can. Okay, add moderator. There you go. Confirm. All right, Trish, I made you my moderator. It should have worked. Let me make sure. Let's do it again. Okay. Yeah. All right, you're on there. Okay. So look, I'm gonna say this again. So again, for a change to occur, right, we need to be working on our inner self. That's them character defects, or some people said defects of character, whatever you want to call it. And the example of those are self-pity, impatience, anxiety, hate, lying, rude, lack of faith. That's a big one. Guilt, worry, dishonesty. That lack of faith, man. Bro, we have to have faith, man. I know sometimes, bro, I've been in some situations, bro, I don't know how I was going to make it, man. I don't know how I was going to get the money to pay this bill, right? I didn't know how I was going to get from one side of town to the other because I didn't have no gas in my car, right? I didn't know how I was going to help pay for my girls' birthday parties, right? But God, man, you got to have faith in God. Look up to the heavens and say, God, I need you now. Not tomorrow, not the day after. I need you now, bro. I have to ask God to come down and help my situation, man. You know, like you got to have that faith that he's going to do it, bro. Let me tell y'all something, bro. That is something that has gotten me far in life, bro, is that I had faith that he was going to come through. I have been in some god-awful situations, bro. And you know what? Some of them situations was sooner rather than later, bro. These situations like what I mean is just happened. You know what I'm saying? But God, bro, I had faith that God would bring me out these situations. I had faith that God was going to change my life. I had faith that God was going to give me and supply everything that I needed, man. That's where faith comes in, man. We got to start believing that God will change our life no matter what happens, bro. No matter what happens, I know God got my back. Hey, man, I really want to be with that person. It didn't work out. God had a reason for that to work out. If you were meant to be with that person, you would still be with that person. Trust me, man. Well, that's my husband. That's my wife. I'm telling you what I know, bro. If it was meant to be, y'all could try to make it work, but sometimes you can't put a square in a circle. It's not gonna fit. You feel me? So some things they're not gonna work, bro. But I love the person. I hear you. I know you do. But it wasn't meant to be, bro. It just wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying? You could try to make it work, but y'all keep on running to arguments and stuff like that. Leave it alone, bro. I'm telling you, leave it alone. Okay, so now back to what we were saying. So we talked about the character defects, the defects of character, right? The self-pity, the insecurity, the dishonesty, right? And a little motivation, okay? Guys, there's sometimes, bro, that I be burnt out tired, bro. I be burnt out tired. I be exhausted. You know what I do? I keep going, bro. Well, Harold, why you keep going? If you're tired, you need to rest. No. You know why I'm not going to rest? Because I refuse, like I was saying, I refuse to just settle and to stay average, bro. You got to keep pushing yourself to get better each and every day. Well, Harold, you need a rest, man. You look tired. Man, I'm going to keep going. You know why? Because I do not ever want to go back to where I used to be, bro. That's facts, bro. I don't want to go back being on drugs. I don't want to go back on alcohol. I don't want to go back to being that not support. Like I was there with my girls, but let me be honest with y'all, bro. This is where honesty comes in, okay? This is a big one. Just because I was there with them, I was mentally not there, bro. You know what I'm saying? My mind was thinking about all kind of other things, bro. And I had to really face that. I had to look in the mirror and be like, Harold, you know what? You're kind of a piece of dad. Oh, and that was hard to do, bro. I did not like looking at myself like that, bro. And then to share some more of my testimony with y'all. So I went to a bunch of rehabs and stuff like that, right? And what they would do is they would put us in a circle. This was like me and about sometimes 6 or 7 other people that did not know nothing about me. They knew I was from BR and that was it. You heard me? And we would sit there and these people would tell me about myself, about what they noticed, how I was acting in the community. You know, and that was the hardest thing to do, bro, is having to look at yourself and have a bunch of people tell you about yourself that you feel like, oh, how this person know me? Man, y'all don't know me, man. Really, they do. They're going off your actions, brother. This is what it is. And it's uncomfortable and it's aggravating. And sometimes that stuff kind of hurt, but I'm going to be honest with you. But you know what? I needed that, bro. I needed somebody to look at me and tell me, Harold, you're doing this. You messing up HP. You need to stop what you're doing, bro. That's what we need. That's what a real friend comes in, too. Let me touch on that for a minute. You can have a friend, bro, and y'all think y'all just... and they'll just let you keep on doing what you want, doing this, doing that. That's not a friend, bro. That is not the kind of friend that's going to hype you up to go do certain things that you know is going to make you crash out. That's not the kind of friend you want, man. You need a friend that's going to be there, pull you to the side, and be like, HP, you messing up, dog. You need to stop what you're doing, bro. That's the kind of friend you need in your life, bro. I'm telling y'all what I know, man. How do I know? Because I've been through everything. I'm not going to get on here and talk to y'all about stuff I don't know or haven't lived, bro. I'm not that kind of brother. I promise you, bro. Before I lie to you, I won't tell you nothing. That's just the way I roll, bro. That's the way I am, man. You know what I'm saying to you? But change, like I said earlier, man, change can be really, really uncomfortable, man. Because again, I got a mirror right here. Watch this. Change. I got to look in this mirror at myself, man. I got to look in this mirror at myself, and I need to ask myself, HP, are you happy at what you look at? And let me tell y'all something, bro. For a long time, I wasn't happy, man. I would look in the mirror. I might have a fresh haircut, fresh gear on, fresh shoes, nice, whatever it might be. You know what I'm saying? Fresh jeans on, and I was a dressed up garbage can, like they say, bro. I was a dressed up garbage can, man. I had the car, I might have whoever I was talking to at the time. I thought I was doing the big thing, man. I wasn't doing nothing because I didn't have this. I wasn't happy inside, man. I prayed, don't get me wrong, I still prayed and stuff, but I didn't really have a deep connection like I do with God now. Now that I had this kind of connection, bro, He's blessing me with so many things. And I'm not just talking about physical money and stuff like that. I'm being blessed with like different things I ask him for, bro. Like you got to get on your knees and ask God for things. You got to do your declare and your decree. You got to fast. You got to sacrifice things for God so he'll do things for you. That's how this thing works. You got to make sacrifices in life. You know what I'm saying to you? Like you got them guys that go offshore and stuff like that. The boys be wanting to be around their families and stuff like that, but they know they got to go out there and make a sacrifice, and then they come back with money and stuff like that, big money. That's how this thing works, bro. But you got to be willing to change, bro. Change. That's the topic of the day. And the reason why I brought that up, y'all, to recap that is because I've been hearing that from probably now like about 3 or 4 other people in the last few days. Everybody keeps on talking about change. So I was like, okay, maybe I need to talk about change a little bit with everybody. Hold on one second, y'all. Let me drink some of that good water. All right. So this is for the ones on here that like me that have dealt with substance abuse and drug addiction, man. There's 2 books I got right here. I carry them with them everywhere. Everywhere I go, I got my AA book, and then I got my handy duty Bible, bro. I carry these around everywhere I go, bro. This is my lifeline right here, bro. When I can't get in touch with nobody, when I don't feel like dealing with nobody, those are the 2 things I turn to, bro. And like I say, I'm not a big reading fan, but lately what I'll do is, I'll be honest with y'all, because this is the honest program. So what I do is I'll go ahead and I'll read different sections of it, right? I'll read different sections of it and I'll put it down. Then maybe an hour later, I'll pick it back up, read some more, right? These two books right here, bro, I'm telling y'all. Now, some people prefer NA. Okay, NAAA, as long as you're doing something working towards your recovery, man. Now, for the people that are not substance abuse users and stuff like that, right? Change is still, you can still change your life, bro. You could be at a Fortune 500 job, man, and you just not be satisfied. Like you want more out of life. You just tired of being, okay, man, you might even make big money. You might make, I don't know, $200,000 a year, right? And you still be dead inside. That's where that connection with him comes in, man. Are you going to church? Are you reading your Bible? Are you talking to other believers? Are you listening to gospel music? Are you like, what are you doing to help yourself, right? That's the only way you're going to get satisfied. It's going to come from him, bro. You can be in a relationship, situationship, whatever you, one night stay, whatever it might be, bro. You got to have that connection with God, man. That is so important in life, bro. I'm going to keep on talking about that. You know, that's how I talk, y'all. I'm going to keep on talking about that until God takes me away from here. You got to have a connection with God in order to change, in order to move. God needs to be all in your life some kind of way, bro. Every single day, there needs to be something we talk about God about, man. That's me. I don't know how everybody else is. All I can do is give my suggestions to people, bro. Take my advice. You can. If you don't want to, then that's it. But anyway, change is just something that, man, I fought it. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I fought it for years, bro. I for anybody that really knows me, bro, I was a stubborn person back in the gap, bro. I hear everything people say, but I did not want to listen, man. I just refused to change. Oh, this is what I would do. I would change one thing about myself, and then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna change this, but I'm not gonna change that. I'm gonna change that, I'm not gonna change this, right? We have to change everything. Everything we have to change, man. Everything has to go. It's almost like a reptile, right? Like you have them lizards, them Komodo dragons. No, the little small lizards, like the ones in Florida, right? You got to shed your skin, man. You got to shed all that, the past people, past environments, just everything, man. Conversate, like you shouldn't even be talking the same, bro. There's certain things that shouldn't come out your mouth if you change, bro. That's my opinion, though, man. Now, look, we all still fall short sometimes. I feel like I've changed, but I still curse from time to time. Now, don't crucify me, stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this, though, man. Change is just one of those things, bro. I think you have to do it. You have to do it in order to grow, man. You have to be willing to dig down deep, right? Going back to these character defects and these defects of character, right? Let's go through them again. Self-pity, impatient, hate, lying, rude, anxiety, anxious, lack of faith. That's a big one again. Guilt, worry, dishonesty. That's different. That's different character defects or defects of character, right? Those are things that you got to take a look at yourself, man. You got to take a look at yourself with those different things, man. Motivation. Okay, I'm gonna go back to it again. So, motivation, right? We got to be motivated to want to change, right? Nobody's just gonna throw you a packet of change and say, hey, man, here you go, and it's gonna appear like that. No. Somebody could pray for you. They could wish for you. They could do whatever they want for you. You got to be willing to look in that mirror. Here we go again. Look in that mirror and be willing to change your life. And ask God to change it, man. You need to get on your knees. Just giving suggestions. Get on your knees, Father God. I come to you right now because I'm tired, man. I'm tired of living like that. Can you please come down and change my life? I guarantee you, bro, you get on your knees enough and you ask God to do that, he will change your life, bro. But you got to be willing to put in the work. And again, it's not easy looking at ourselves in the mirror. Man, bro, I did not like that, man. I had people, my mama prayed for me, my grandma's prayed for me, dad, sister, whatever it might be. All these people prayed for me, but until Harold wanted to change for himself, that's the only way it was going to work, bro. That's the only way it's going to work, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I know. I'm not going to get on here and just tell y'all and feed y'all a whole bunch of stuff, bro. I'm telling y'all stuff that I didn't live through, bro. It took until I was 43 years old to say, hey, man, August 1st, 2026, I threw my hands up to God. I said, God, I can't do it no more, bro. I won't do it no more. I refuse. I refuse to go back to living the way I used to be, bro. Now, that's just me. Hopefully, some people on here, you can get something from what I'm talking about tonight, man. But, again, man, I did it's a fundraiser, and I clicked on, it was about, the water. It was for helping people around the world to donate for people that might not have water, might not have running toilet water, or whatever it might be, hygiene water. So if y'all could, man, if you look on my bio, you can donate. It's only like, I only did one for 100. I'm gonna see how it goes this time. We'll do it for 100, and y'all can just put in anything, man. If it's $1 or $2, anything will help, bro. I'm gonna put some money in too, though. But anyway, back to the topic. So, change. That's the topic. Change. You just got to get to a point, man, where you just got to get to the point where you want to do something different in your life. You got to want something more out of life, bro. You know what I'm saying? If that relationship didn't work, like I said, it might not. It just is what it is. God didn't want it to work. If He wanted it to work, it would be working, man. Then here's the question: did you put God first in the relationship? Anything that you put before God, it's not gonna work. I guarantee you, bro. I'm telling you what I know. Try it. Anything that you put before God, watch how you fall off with it. I'm telling y'all, bro. You got to put God first. I came up with this little idea earlier. I call it the PSK package, right? Put God first, stay positive, and keep pushing, man. Those 3 things you need to be doing every single day. Look, I'm going to share it with y'all again, okay? I wrote it down earlier. Put God first. That's the P. Second, stay positive. Okay? The third, the last one, and you keep pushing. That's where the motivation comes in, man. You got to do those three things every day. The last one, what I was touching on earlier, I'm going to touching on a little bit more. Pushing yourself, man. Motivation, right? Determination, right? Courage, strength. You know what I'm saying? These type of things. Unbreakable. You got to keep going, man. There's been some times, bro, where I was just dead tired. I didn't want to do it no more. You know what I'm saying? I just couldn't take it no more. I'm just, oh, man. I can't. You know what I did? I kept going. And I'm going to keep going. And I'm going to keep going. That's how I am. That's how I'm built, bro. I'm not just going to keep on giving up and throwing the towel in. That's not what I'm here for, bro. That's not what God wants from me, bro. I do not want to be average. I'm not the average Joe. I refuse to be average like that anymore, bro. No, I'm not settling for anything. You know what I'm saying? Anything in life, bro. I want the best, and I'm going to go be the best I can be, bro. If it takes me out of here, oh well. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep pushing myself, and I'm going to do stuff that God wants me to do, bro. I got to start asking God, give me the strength. You know what I'm saying? Give me the strength to keep going. Give me the strength to keep. It's almost like this, y'all. I was telling my friend this earlier. It's almost like you normally might do 5 sets, right? You push yourself and you start doing 8 sets, right? Or you start doing 10 sets or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, or more reps, or whatever you want to call it, bro. But like, you got to keep pushing yourself. You got to keep going, man. You got to want something more, bro. Every single day, before my feet hit the floor, bro, I got to pray to God, asking to give me the strength to keep going, man. You know what I'm saying? Before I get into bed at night, I want to make sure I did everything possible, you know what I'm saying, to make myself a better person. Every day we should be getting better, bro. Every day we should be pushing forward, man. Every single day we should be, before we get into bed, we should be happy at where we are in life. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? We should be, we should be happy where we got. Hey, man, I got this accomplished. I got that accomplished. And look, I talked about this the other day. Spending time, okay? Spending time to yourself with God, man. Like, well, Harold, I got these kids. I got my husband. I got my wife. Look, when all them people go to sleep, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? When people go to sleep, go in the bathroom. This might sound crazy, y'all, but I don't care. I spend a lot of time in the bathroom with these books, with my notebook, right? and my favorite two books. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. I've done it my whole life, bro. It's where I can just talk to God. I feel like He's there. I feel like it's my little sanctuary sometimes. You know what I'm saying? That's just me though, bro. But we gotta spend time with God. I really think, 10 minutes. I don't know, man. If that's all you could do is 10 minutes, that's fine. But man, I want to say like 30 minutes. I would like to say 30 minutes at least, bro. At least in that word. Again, the way I do it, y'all, because like I said, my attention span is kind of, so what I do is, bro, I break it up. I might read a little bit in the scriptures, and I'll put the book down. I'll come back later on the day. But now I got a phone. We all got phones, bro. So even if you don't have a physical Bible, you can look at it. We all stroll on our phone all day with that same energy that we spend on TikTok and Facebook and IG and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. Spend it with God. Watch how your whole life will change, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you what I know, bro. Spend some time talking to Him. Spend some time looking at them little the motivational reels or different pastors and stuff like that, talking about this and that. Spend some time looking at that stuff, man. There's got some good stuff on here, bro. I try to post stuff, especially on my Facebook page. TikTok a little different, but on my Facebook page, I try to put stuff out there that can help people, man. Like, if I feel like it in my heart, it can help people, I'm going to post it out there, man. That's just how I am, bro. I like helping people, you know what I'm saying? Because somebody helped me to get to where I'm at today. So, but back to changing though, man. It's just, it's really uncomfortable. It can be really challenging. It can be really, sometimes it's icky, bro. Like I'm so used to doing things. Hell, I've been doing it my whole entire life. Now you want me to change what I'm doing? Yes. You got to change what you're doing, because look at where it got you. You still in the same exact, I ain't talking about me, I'm just giving an example now. You're still in the same exact predicament you was 10 years ago. Huh? Come on, man. No, sir. No, ma'am. Change, man. That's crazy. Why would you? So you telling me I done went all these different places, now I'm back at the same place again? No, never. Ain't gonna happen, bro. You got to tell yourself, man, when are you gonna be sick and tired of being sick and tired, bro? Come on, man. 10 years later and I'm still doing the same exact stuff? No. That's why I'm telling y'all, bro. On April 1st, 2026. Now look, y'all, let me do a little backstory on me for those that I don't know, okay? When I was living in New Orleans, when I came home with the sober living house, all that good stuff, like I had 5.5 years clean, right? I came back to BR, you know what I'm saying? All my kids were out there then, so all my kids were there. I hadn't worked on myself. I was a dry drunk, they call it, you know what I'm saying? I had 5.5 years clean. My buddy told me the other day it was 6 years, whatever. And I ended up, because I didn't work on myself and didn't do the work, you know what happened? I relapsed. I honestly relapsed after 5.5 years. Let me tell you something, bro. I was so hurt, disappointed, let down. I felt like I let my family down. I felt like I left God down. Hell, I felt like I let myself down, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know whose fault that is? HP's. That's whose fault it is, y'all. Nobody else is to blame but me. I need to start taking accountability for the things I do. It's nobody else's fault when I get put in certain situations, man. Well, this person did this to me. No. Why'd you even do it in the first place? It's your fault. Nobody forced you to do that stuff. And if they did, if they did force you to do that, you should have went told somebody. You should have called the police then, bro. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, I had the 5.5 years clean, bro. I was in all kinds of different situations, some good, some bad. I didn't use. But what ended up happening is, it's like, some people say, well, you started living on your own. That ain't had nothing to do with it, man. It really was. When I say you got to change your old environments, you have to change your old environments, bro. Like, I was back I didn't go back in the neighborhoods and stuff like that the BR used to be in. It was just, it's just like I've had this love and hate relationship with BR. It's been like that my whole life, bro. Like some places you just outgrow. You know what I'm saying? And I guess subconsciously one thing turned into another. I started drinking. You know what I'm saying? After the drinking, it turned into the fentanyl, bro. Like, and just, I'm so grateful today, man. I am so grateful to God for him, for where he got me in this life today, man. Because let me tell y'all something, man. If I wouldn't have had left work that day, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all, man. I was still working, you know what I'm saying, full-time job, and I could talk about it now. I'm not worrying about them people. Everybody, oh, you shouldn't talk about that. Man, I'm not worrying about the people. I'm going to say what I feel like talking about. Nobody's going to tell me anything different. But anyway, so if I didn't work, if I didn't leave the job that day, it was going to be some issues, bro. I probably would have died. Oh, man, bro. I am so grateful to even be here right now to talk to y'all on this live right here, man. I am grateful. I am blessed to have another opportunity, man. Because at one point, bro, let me tell y'all something, bro. I thought it was going to take me out, bro. I thought I was going to get a bad batch, and it was going to... That's what I thought, man. That's what I was thinking. I was like, Lord, please let me... And I ain't going to go into detail about that. But anyway... It wasn't until that day that I had enough, bro. And I end up, I'm going to tell you again, I ended up going back to my little townhouse apartment, whatever you want to call it, bro. And I got on my knees and I asked him to please take this away from me, bro. Please take this addiction out of my life, Lord. Lord, I cannot do it no more. Please. And that's how we got to talk to God, man. Please, God. Look, let's give you an example, bro. Watch this. We got to get on our knees and be like, Father God, I am tired of this, man. I cannot keep going through this no more. Can you please come down and intervene in my life? Put people around me, Lord, that's going to help me change. Put people around me that's going to love me for me. Put people around me that's going to help me elevate myself, Lord. And you know what he might end up doing? While you asking for people to come help, you know what God might do? He might isolate yourself by yourself, bro. That's what he did to me. He put me by myself, bro. Literally. Right? I went to a whole nother state by myself, bro. But you know what? It's mad and it's kind of like I missed my girls, bro. I really do, bro. But if I were to stay in the situation I was in, I wouldn't be here talking to y'all, bro. I wouldn't have grown, right? Some other things might have went down. You know what I'm saying? I had to come and change my life, bro, because I was sick and tired of doing the same thing. Doing the same thing over and over. What they call that? Insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. It's like you're turning around back in the same spot, bro. You're not doing nothing. You're not doing anything. You can bring yourself here, bring yourself there. No matter where you bring yourself with you. And you got to be willing to change that if you want to. Again, it's America. We don't have to change if we don't want to change, bro. Guess what? On April 1st, 2026, HP wanted to change, bro. I was tired of that stuff, man. I couldn't take it no more, bro. I couldn't do it no more, bro. It was driving me insane, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was making good money, and next thing you know, I still might pay this kind of bit, and then there was no money left. Like, what? Yeah, I would get paid the next week, but like, I should have this and that. Why don't I have those things? Because I wasn't willing to change. You know what I'm saying? I was what do they call it? A functioning addict. That's what I was, bro. A functioning addict, bro. I was still going to work, yet I had an addiction. You know what I'm saying? But that's not living, bro. I know people do that all the time. Where after work, I'm going to have a beer and all the things else. I'm going to have a beer and everything. You got an addiction problem, man. You don't have to admit it to yourself. You got an addiction problem. You probably need to get some help, bro. I'm just telling you what I know. I'm just a messenger, bro. Don't shoot me, okay? I'm just a messenger bringing it to y'all, all right? But let's do it again. And what I've learned is the more times you repeat something, the better at it you get, right? So hopefully when I repeat this to y'all a few times, y'all be able to take it in a little bit. Change, working on your inner self, right? The inner self is the character defects or the defects of character. Examples of those are self-pity, impatientness, hate, lying, rude, anxiety, lack of faith. Again, that's a big one. Guilt, worry, dishonesty, man. These are character defects or defects of character. Also, you got to have a little motivation. So the change, the working on the inner self and motivation does what? It lets us elevate, bro. Back to what I said. Yeah, back to the motivation. So with the motivation, right, you got to keep pushing yourself going when you don't feel like going. You know what I'm saying? Well, I only read a page today. Well, you know what? Push yourself and read 2 pages. You know what I'm saying? Well, I only walk for 10 minutes a day. Well, push yourself and walk, 20 minutes that day. Walk for a whole 30 minutes that day. Every single day, we're supposed to be elevating ourselves, bro. We're supposed to be motivated. We're supposed to be doing better than what we did yesterday, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to keep pushing, y'all. We got to keep going, y'all. We got to do better, y'all. We got to want more out of life. Man, bro. I want more out of life, man. I know I do, bro. I am not going to stay average my whole... not happening, bro. It's not happening, man. There's no way. I am determined. I am willing. You know what I'm saying? As God got breath in my body, I'm going to keep going, bro. Even when I feel like when I get to a certain height that I want to get to, I'm still going to keep going, man. I am going to be a living witness for God. God, whatever you want me to do, guide my steps right now. I'm going to do it, Lord Jesus. And that's the God honest truth, bro. Right? Whatever God tells me to do, as long as I'm in the direction that he wants me to go to, I'm going to be all right, man. I'm going to be all right, bro. But you got to be willing to do the change, bro. You got to be willing to go through that. It's almost like what's the word I'm looking for? It has to do with your ego. It has to do with your ego. But anyway, you got to leave some of them things alone, man. You got to leave some of them people alone. You got to leave some of them places alone. You just got to want something different out of life, man. You know what I'm saying? That day, April 1st, 2026, man, HP wanted something different out of life, bro. And I'll be doggone if I don't get it, man. I am going to make sure that my girls will have something. They might even have their own one day. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to make sure their girls have something, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not about me no more. It's never really been. When I had kids, it wasn't about me then, but especially now, it's not about me no more, bro. It's about doing stuff and making things happen, making those connections so they'll have something, bro. Some people might say, oh, hell, were you selfish like that? Bro, you don't even know me. And for you to even say that or whoever that is, you don't know me like that, bro. At one point in my life, yeah, I might have been like that. Now, no, bro. I help people more ways, and I'm only telling y'all this because I want to be an example for y'all, bro. So I help people so much to where sometimes it puts me in a bind, but that's just me, bro. I like giving back to others, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep doing it, bro. And because I keep doing it, God blesses me. You should help people, right? You should help people and give back to them and not expect nothing in return. You should just give. That person at the store, I don't care how many times they've been there, bro. Give them something, man. Or if you see somebody out there, pull over, give them something, bro. Here you go, man. Here, well, they're like this, they're like that. That's how you get your blessings, bro. But don't do it just to get a blessing. Do it because that's the right thing to do. Give it and just don't worry about it. I don't know how much money I just give out to people, bro. Here you go, man. Take this. You know what I'm saying to you? Here, look. This is what I do now. This might be an example for any of y'all. So when I go in the gas station, right? I'll go into the gas station and I'll buy chips. I'll buy water. I'll buy some cookies. Sometimes I'll buy candy. But what I'll do is I'll spend about somewhere between $15 or $20. I'll go buy the little food and stuff like that in an area where I know they got, some unfortunate people or homeless people, that they call it. I pass it out to them. You know what I'm saying? Here you go, man. And I'm only telling y'all this because I'm just motivate. I would like to motivate y'all to do these different things, man. We should be giving back to people, man. It's not about us all the time, bro. Get out of self. Man, that's hard to do, bro. No, it's not. You can do it. It's not that hard. Stop. Take yourself out of a situation and think about something else. Imagine if you was on that street right there. Well, Harold, that would never happen. Don't say never. Do not say never. You don't know what God might do, bro. Or you don't know who might come in your life and might destroy your entire life, bro. So don't say what you might not do or not do. Give back to other people. It's hot outside, y'all. I don't know where y'all at in the world right now. I know down south it's extremely hot right now, bro. And these guys and girls, sometimes kids, bro. The kids be out there, man. It's 100 or something degrees. Give them some water. When you go into the convenience store like that, man, buy you some extra water. Hey, I buy 2 bottles for myself. I'll buy 3 for somebody else. You know what I'm saying? I'm just giving you an example. You know what I'm saying to you? And just go give it to somebody, bro. If you feel uncomfortable or unsure, this is what I would do, okay? If you feel a little unsure about certain things, but buy the food or like that, you see somebody, just put it down, walk away back to your car like, hey, somebody will come get it, man. You know what I'm saying to you? I know some people like, oh, I don't want to I don't care me. I'm going to walk up to anybody, but that stuff don't scare me at all. But anyway, I'm just here to encourage y'all, man. We need to start giving back to people, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, man, should I help this person out? Should I help the person out? Man, help the person out, man. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you got it, bro. Help the person out, bro. If they burn you, they burn you. Guess what? You know never to cross that bridge again, man. But you did your part. God saw what you did, and you didn't expect nothing back from it. And guess what he's going to do? He's going to bless you. I know he's going to bless you, bro. I've seen it with my own hands because I'm a living witness of what he'll do when you start doing for others and take ourselves out of it, man. Take yourself out of a situation for once, bro, and think about the next person, okay? Think about the next person, man. Stop being so selfish. Man, I was selfish for years, bro. Years. It was all about me. Me, I. That is a nasty look on people, bro. We don't realize that, but it really is a nasty look on people, bro. And I'm not really concerned about who's not liking what I'm saying. They don't like what I'm saying. They ain't got to be on here. But that's a nasty look on themselves when it's all about me, I. Start helping other people, man. Start helping other people, bro. So again, I was talking about the PSK packet. Let's go over that again, right? Put God first, right? 2, stay positive, okay? And 3, keep pushing. Put God first no matter what. Before that job, before that relationship, before that situationship, before, your car, people like to wash their car down. Put it before that, before your job, bro. Put God first. We got to put God first, y'all. I'm telling y'all what I know, bro. If we put God first before a situation, that relationship, that situationship that you keep on hanging on to for dear life, if you put that first, put God first in it, you might keep it. But guess what? It might happen too. If you put God first before that, you might realize, hey, I should even be with that person. I should even be with that person, man. God, it's that discernment kicks in, man. When you start having a personal relationship with God, bro, he starts revealing certain things to you, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's what a discernment. Some situations you might be in, you're like, oh man, I shouldn't do that. Or you start looking at things totally different, bro. And that's because you had that relationship with God, because you spend time in his word. You spend time talking to him. You spend time listening to gospel music, spiritual music. You know what I'm saying? You spend time talking to people who wants to see you do better, who's not just going to feed you a whole bunch of bakaka. You know what I'm saying? They're going to sit there and they're going to talk to you and they're going to tell you when you messing up. Hey, HP, guess what, man? Whatever type of time you on, you tripping. What you mean, bro? You tripping, bro. Look at what you're doing. Why are you still doing that? Well, brother, man, you need to stop that. That's the kind of friends you need in your life, bro. I'm telling y'all what I know, bro. That's the kind of friends you need in your life. Not somebody that's going to keep on patting you on the butt and be like, hey, man, grab a ball and keep up the good work. No. Because secretly, they might want you to crash out. You know what I'm saying? Don't be around nobody like that, man. Be around some people that's going to hold you accountable for your actions. That's going to tell you when you messing up, man. That's the kind of people that we need in our lives, bro. Not just somebody that's gonna tell you what you like to hear, somebody that's gonna make everything cupcakes and rainbows or whatever like that. No. No, indeed, man. No. That is not what we're supposed to. No, bro. I don't want to be around nobody like that, y'all. I don't. If that's the kind of friend I gotta have, guess what? I'll be friendless for the rest of my life, bro. I don't want a friend like that. I want somebody that's gonna pull me by my hat and be like, H, stop it. Chill out. You're doing too much. Hold up. Don't do it no more. That's the kind of friends you want in your life, man. Man. Staying positive. Okay, let's talk about that one. Staying positive. Whew. It's so important that we go back to number one when we talk about number two, talking about God, because staying positive, man, you got to be prayed up. You got to have that strength and that courage with him. All that stuff comes from God, bro, because staying positive is important, because what'll end up happening is you'll get around a bunch of people who think, who might not be in that type of mindset like you. They might all be mad. They might all be ticked off. They might all be this, might all be that. And you come in there all happy and da-da-da-da. But because you don't have number one, you're going to end up being mad and stuff too. I'm going to give y'all an example. This is how I know what I'm talking about, bro. So I was on a bus. This is when I was in New Orleans. I was still taking the bus then, bro. I was on the bus and I was doing all right, man. This is before I had a real strong connection with God, right? I was on the bus and this couple walked on the bus, right? Got on the bus. I forgot where I was at, man. I might have been, was it on St. Bernard? Anyway, it don't matter. The couple got on the bus and they was arguing and fighting, and they wasn't sitting by me, but when they got on the bus, they made a whole scene. Do you know 5 or 10 minutes later, guess what I was doing? I don't even remember who I was on the phone with, but I was cursing and I was arguing with them, bro. That demon, that spirit that they had on them jumped on me, bro. Just that quick. So that's why it's important when I say about number two, about staying positive, it's important that we still do number one and have God first, bro. You got to keep positive affirmations too. Thank you, Lord. Positive affirmations, bro. You can look them up on Google. Google, it tells you everything, bro. Mr. Google knows all kind of different things, man. Get on Mr. Google, look up positive affirmations. What I would suggest, every day that you wake up, right? And if you're struggling with, motivation with yourself, you're not really happy with yourself, you're not really excited. Look, bro, I'm only talking about this, y'all, because I went through all this, bro. I might have been dressed up, might have had a nice haircut and everything else, but I didn't feel good, bro. I was, like what they said, in a dressed up garbage can, bro. I was not happy with myself, right? But what I would suggest is 5 to 10 words a day. Look up them positive affirmations. Start looking in the mirror and telling yourself that, man, I will be somebody. I am going to be successful. I am a good person, right? I have something to live for. I am a good guy. I love myself. These are different type of affirmations you should be telling yourself every day, man, until you can start standing up on your own. You know what I'm saying? Until you can start standing up on your own, chest poked out, and just walk into the room like, hey, I'm here. That's the kind of thing you need to get. You need to start getting that confidence back in ourselves, man. You know what I'm saying to you? And the last one is keep pushing. I'm going to come back to that one again. So when you feel like quitting, right? When you feel like giving up, when you feel like throwing the towel in, when you feel like there's not going to be nothing, man, I'm exhausted, bro. I can't do this no more, bro. I'm tired of doing this. No, keep going. Keep pushing, man. You got to be determined to keep going, keep pushing, and get to where you want in life. That's what I want, bro. I'm determined to get somewhere in life, bro. I'm not going to stay this way for long, bro. I'm not. It's bound to happen any day, bro. I got to keep going and to keep pushing until I get to where I want to in life, man. And then when I get there, it's not forgetting, all the way back to one, putting God first. You know what I'm saying? That's something I can never, when you do get to where you want to be, you still got to put God first, though, man. You got to, bro. Man, I love the Lord, man. I do, bro. I love the Lord. I'm really obsessed with him. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I love the man. He has really changed my life, man. He has really came down, took me by my shirt, and just changed me, bro. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all, though, man. There's still a lot. I still curse. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's still things I got to work on, but for the most part, I really feel like he's changed. And look what, you know what? When you do change, you ain't going to have to even say nothing, y'all. People are going to notice it. I'm only telling y'all that on the simple fact that I'm explaining to y'all these different things, but you don't have to tell nobody, hey, look, guess what? I changed. You ain't going to have to say that, man, because people are going to see by the light that's in you. Because when you start changing, you start living for God, they're going to see you. Because you know what's going to do? It's going to aggravate them demons out there, man. That's what it's going to do to people, bro. Them demons and all that other stuff, them all dark entities, whatever you want to call it, they're going to see you walk in the door and like, man, why is he on 10? He all happy and stuff. I got God in me, bro. Yeah, play with me. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. You're supposed to walk in there from God. God's going to come into you, bro, and you're going to have that light and shine it. It's going to aggravate people's demons. They ain't going to stay in you. But you know what? We're not worried about what other people think. Yes, killing. Yeah, we're not worried about what other people think, bro. I don't care. Let me stop saying it. Let me say it. I'm not concerned on what other people think about me. Why? Because they've been talking about me my whole life since I was a child. So now that I'm 43 years old, they're still talking about me. So why would I be concerned? You think what you're saying to me is going to hurt me? Come on, man. Save that for somebody else. Somebody, not this one. No, that don't bother me at all, man. I expect it. So you can't hurt somebody that expects y'all to talk about them. That's just how it goes, bro. That's just how life is, man. You know what I'm saying? But, oh yeah, pushing. Keep on, your light. Your light is going to irritate people, man. It is. Bro, I get myself in all kind of situations sometimes and I don't even be doing nothing. I don't even do nothing, bro. I could just walk around certain people and I just be looking at them. I'll be seeing them 5-10 minutes. I saw you before you even started doing it, really. But, hey, I knew what was in you anyway. They trying to, yeah, man. I've been saw it. It's just out now, but I've been seeing you already. I've been knowing you don't like me, but it's cool, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bosses and stuff like that don't like me for whatever kind of reason. I don't be doing that. I be busting my butt at work. And for whatever reason, my light, because I got the Holy Spirit in me, aggravates their demons, bro. I'm not concerned about it, bro. If they don't like me, oh well, guess what? I'll find another job. And guess what? I'll find another job. And guess what? I'll find another job. But I refuse to, well, we're going back to what we talked about earlier. I refuse to settle and to stop my beliefs and to stop talking about God and to stop. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. Man, I would walk in the job. Some days we get on the job site, bro, and I have my phone. I'll be bumping my gospel music, right? And I would just look at these dudes, bro. That's how they would look at me, man. Like, look at this dude. Who we think he is playing church music? Yeah, you don't like it, but you ain't gonna tell me that to my face, though. I know you're not. I'm gonna keep bumping my church music, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep believing in God, right? I'm going to keep staying in his word. I'm going to keep staying in that word. And if it irritates them people, guess what? They don't need to be around me. Now, to a certain extent, bro, I mean, don't do it to where it might get you caught up or in certain situations like that because everybody is so sensitive today. You know what I'm saying? You don't want you guys to say the right thing. And oh, my gosh, that's not the right thing. Come on, man. Y'all just find anything, man. Find anything to do, bro. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, man, keep going, y'all. Keep pushing yourself. Keep God in your life, man. Just keep praying, bro. Every day. Look, I really spend, now I want to say, it's about 10 minutes, bro, because I pray in the morning, right? I pray all during the day. Called by. Oh, yeah, all right. I pray in the morning. I pray all during the day, right? I pray at night. I got to keep, bro, because, bro, there's so many things going on in my life right now, bro. And I can't share everything with y'all, bro, but I got to stay prayed up. I got to, man. I got to stay prayed up, man. You'd be surprised what people do, bro. So you got to stay up, man. It's really essential. It's really important, bro, that you stay prayed up during the day. Pray over your kids, too. That's another thing. I was talking to one of my friends earlier. She said the same thing. Like, you got to pray. That's what it reminded me of. You got to pray over your kids, bro. Pray over your whole house, bro. Pray over your car while you're driving. People can send all type of... Look, I didn't want to bring it up today. I said I was going to keep it just general. So pray over your situation, pray over your household, man. That's really important. Pray over every single type of little corner, everything of your house, and pray over your kids, man. Pray over them babies, bro. That is really important to take care of them kids, bro. You know what I'm saying to you? Keep them in prayer. They need just as much prayer as you do, man. Start teaching them kids about prayer. You know what I'm saying? Start teaching them how to pray. We should start teaching them how to pray when they're young. That way, when they get older, it's gonna come second nature to them, man. You know what I'm saying? You start teaching them when they're young, bro. What else I got? Let me see something. Coming out the darkness and into the light. Oh, a little puzzle piece. I'll touch on that. I'll go a little bit. Today's 4th of July, so I'll talk a little bit. Wait. Okay, hold on a second. Let me add some. Is it charging? Okay, perfect. So, coming out the darkness and into the light, right? For years, I spent a lot of time in the dark, bro. I spent a lot of time with dealing with substance abuse issues. I think, if you want me to be honest with y'all, bro, that's why these character defects are so important, bro, because I feel like, now tell me if I'm wrong, okay, but I feel like drugs and alcohol was only 50% or maybe a quarter of the problem. The other part of the big problem was the character defects, the trauma, all the things that happened before the drugs and alcohol, right? All the drugs and alcohol did was mask my problems, bro. That's when you gotta, that's why I talk about get on your knees and ask God. You gotta be willing to get help, man. You gotta be willing to throw your hands up. Hey, Lord, I can't do this no more, bro. Get you some help with them past things. Because let me tell you something. There was things that I found out that I was dealing with that happened in the past that happened way before the drugs and alcohol, man. And that might be a reason why some of us self-medicate, bro. I'm telling you what I know. You know what I'm saying to you? I used to, like I said, bro, I could not keep still. I had a hard time keeping still when I was younger, bro. And I guess in a way, people used to always tell me, you know, you're going too much, you're doing too much, stop this, that. So I guess in a way to settle me down, I think I started taking them pills, bro, and drinking them alcohol. That's what I believe, bro. That's what I believe has something to do with that, man. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have dealt with them character defects, them character defects, again, that self-pity, that anxiousness, that impatience, that hate, the rudeness, lack of faith, guilt, worry. If I dealt with them type of things, I probably would not be I wouldn't went to, some things wouldn't have happened in my life, period. You know what I'm saying? So again, coming out the darkness and into the light with Jesus Christ, man. You're not gonna have to hide no more. You're not gonna have to worry no more. Now, I'm not gonna say everything's gonna be perfect. God always tests us all the time. He tests me all the time too, man. Let me tell you. But I just feel, I feel like I don't have no burden on me. I feel like I don't have that monkey on my back. I feel like I'm free. I feel like I don't have to worry about people this and that. One thing I don't have to worry about, you ain't got to worry about me with the drugs and alcohol. That is gone. You know what I'm saying? So with that taken off of me, I can really start focusing and seeing stuff. You know what I'm saying? I can start seeing stuff clearly. I can start making goals. I can start having dreams. I can start realizing that, hey, man, I can actually make it over there where I really want to be. But I have to come out the darkness and into the light, man. I'm not going to make it over in the darkness, bro. You're not. You're not going to, man. Some people live their whole life in the darkness. That might be what they want to do. I'm not doing it no more, bro. It's not happening. But I do want to say this, y'all. I want to say that I appreciate y'all being on this live with me. I'm going to shut it down. Y'all being on this live with me tonight. Something I wanted to tell you. Oh, so I do, I'm going to start doing life coaching, right? So if y'all are interested, if y'all know people that are interested that might need some motivation, they might need some words of encouragement, they might need some prayer, whatever it might be, man, just DM me. Well, obviously y'all on TikTok with me, so y'all know what my TikTok is. And just let me know, man. We'll set up an appointment with you, and we'll go from there. But I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a happy 4th, and y'all be safe.